Alright guys, so in this video we're going to learn how to use PKHex now that we have it installed. I do want to start by saying, if you remember from the last video of installing, you do need this icon blue to make sure that your auto legality mod is in effect, and I'll go over that in just a second. So the first thing we want to do is just pick a Pokemon you want, any Pokemon. And the way we do that is we're going to go to Tools, Data, and Encounter Database. This is going to be the fastest way to get you a legal Pokemon. So a good example that I do have a file for is a shiny alpha Cyndaquil. So first thing I want to do is we're going to change the version here to Arceus, and then we're going to search the species. So I'm going to put Cyndaquil, and then we hit search. Now what this does is it's going to search the database regarding all of the encounters that you can have legally in the game. So it looks like they have about nine encounters. So if we move this guy to the side, we're going to pick one of these alphas here. Anyone will do. You're going to right click it and hit view, and you'll see that when you hit view it pops over here. Now with PKHex, it's going to break this Pokemon down and give you all the info. So here we have on the main, it's Cyndaquil, it's at level 67, its nature is hardy, the ability is 2 out of 3, which is Blaze, and the friendship is 50, language, height and weight. And you can go through all these tabs looking at all of these info tabs on what makes this Cyndaquil legal. Now the problem you have usually is that any one of these things, if it gets changed and you no longer get this check mark, it means that it's no longer legal. So I'll give you an example. If I go to attacks and put Hydro Pump, it tells me this move is not legal, and of course if I click on that check, it's going to tell me invalid move 1. So of course we know that's not legal. The cool thing is that you can edit this Pokemon, kind of like I did with Hydro Pump. So long as it's legal, it'll keep it. So for instance, you see these stats here for the IVs. We know that 31 is the max. So I can go through and change 31, and you'll notice that check mark is still there. It is still legal. You just click on this guy here to make sure. And then you have the EVs, and then the grit values too. I think grit value maxed out is 7. Yeah. So you can go through and max these out at 7, and he's still legal. And my favorite part is you can just click this little star guy here, make him shiny, still legal. Now if you want to get competitive, you can always change his nature. Most times you can change the ball, but you do want to be careful with that. You'll see like Great Ball, and it says LA, that's for Legends Arceus. So you want to make sure you're picking the Legends Arceus balls. Also, if you change it to, like, say, a Love Ball, always check yourself, because it says can't have ball for encounter type. That means there's no way you can have this ball in that game, so of course it's going to be illegal. So we'll just put it back to a Pokeball. Back to legal. So now we have a shiny alpha Cyndaquil. Pretty cool. Like I said, just be careful of what you're changing. Check this legality often. Once you have it the way you like, a lot of people like to change their SID and TID, their secret ID and their trainer ID, or if you want your original trainer to be yourself, you can change that as well. And the way you save this is you're going to right click in one of these squares and hit set. And there he is. Now this is saved. So if I go here and change anything about this Pokemon, get him unshiny, and I hit set, now that's saved there. I want to bring this back up, you just right click, hit view, and now this is the Pokemon I'm working on. This is the Pokemon that is actively being worked on. Okay, so if I want to change back to this one, again right click and view, and then you can also right click and delete, and it's gone. So this is the one I want, and it is the way I want it. What I'll do is I'll take this little sprite here, and if I drag and drop it to my desktop, it's going to turn it into what's called a PA8 file. Now this PA8 file can be dragged and dropped into Discord so that it can be traded to us directly. So I'm going to get rid of this database, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Again, if you're in my Discord here, we're on Mon Machine, and what you'll do is our command is mtrade, and it's a simple drag and drop. Again, you're uploading this file with the command mtrade, and you'll notice when I hit enter, let's maximize this, it puts me in the queue, and it says that it has DM'd me. So it says I have added you to the queue, I'll message you here, and I have some recommendations for doing this effectively. And you can read through. What it's done, it's DM'd me a code, and I punch in that code, I wait for the trade to go through, and I trade it any Pokemon that I really don't want for the Pokemon that I just created. And what's cool is, and I'll show you some tricks too, is when you trade it a Pokemon, it will actually send you another PA8 file of the Pokemon that you just gave it. But that's for another time, for another video. I highly recommend, and I do this on purpose, I've set up the bot to do this just for ease of use, being a little user-friendly. I have started all of the trades, the first 4, with 8080. So my recommendation is to go online, go to the trading post, go ahead and initiate a trade, and go ahead and punch in the 8080 and wait there for your DM. That way you're not caught off guard and you don't miss the trade. So I'll show you the timing as well. We'll just do this all over again. We'll go back to our channel, drag and drop, and trade. And then let's go immediately to the DMs. Now, I'm waiting on the screen. I should have already punched in the 8085, and I'm not submitting yet until I see the next message. There. That's when I'll hit submit. When you hit submit, when this last message comes up, you're going to be timing it exactly when the Mon Machine goes online to trade you, and it's easier to connect with it. You don't really beat it to it, and you're not too late either. So after you are done with the trade, it'll take you out of the queue, and then you could resubmit for another trade. That's the bare bones simple way to get these done. I know this is all new to everybody. The builds are a little tricky. A lot of times you'll find that you try to make something in alpha and immediately it'll say that that's not legal, and it can get pretty frustrating. Your best bet is this, the database here. Just go to the database, find the Pokemon that you want based on the encounter, and go from there. One more example before I finish this video is I want to show you a very specific example of Darkrai. I know a lot of you guys out there don't have the save files for it. I think it's Diamond and Pearl on the Switch. You gotta have those games, or I can't remember which games it is, but you have to have those. in order to get Darkrai. So you can always just send it to yourself. But watch this. There is only one encounter. There is only one way to have this Pokemon. There is only one build. And that's it. So we're going to view it. It's going to drop him into our active Pokemon. And you'll see here he's got a set moves, set stats, and a set way to be found. Now, you can go in and try to mess with things if you want, but there are times where if you change certain things about him, he is going to go illegal. One of them is shiny. Invalid static encounter shiny mismatch. He cannot be shiny. Now, as things grow and as the developers of these softwares get more detailed, those things might change. But as far as we know and as far as the legalities go, there are Pokemon that cannot be shiny or certain encounters that cannot be shiny. So just be aware of that. Guys, if you don't mind, put a like on this video. Please comment with any questions on YouTube, or you can always at me in the Discord if they have any other questions. I'm going to try to get a little more into the details of PKHex and the builds. I'll also go over text builds and what that means. If you hover over the Cyndaquil, you'll see the text build there. That's pretty basic. If you're familiar with the other games and how to do text builds, it's really easy. But with the Arceus game, they take it a little further, and it's hard to be accurate. So we'll go over that as well. Again, please leave a like, subscribe. I'll be doing more videos just like this one. Thank you.